Hey there, good morning. Monday morning as I begin this dressed in all black, feeling ominous. The weather is terrible. It's been terrible. And God only knows what we're getting ready to go see out on our roofing job. So where we left things off Saturday evening, 6 o'clock is when we were wrapping it up, and it was raining when we left. We had everything done minus the backside and some things that needed to be tarred down, some old flashing that needed to be tarred down, which I really wish we would have gotten to, but we didn't. So we've got the backside to shingle, and we've got some things to tar down. Nothing too major. However, we just had a freaking nor'easter blow through here over the last day, and yesterday was 50-mile-an-hour winds. So hey, our brand new roof was certainly put to the test yesterday, and God only knows what we're getting ready to go see out here this morning. It should only be half a day out here on this thing, and it should also be payday today. $4,600 is what I'm looking to recoup. It sounds like a lot of money, but after today, my profit will only be about $800 or $900, which is freaking insane. Off of 4,600? What kind of math is that? Why? That math don't be mathing. So here's the other cookie to this. I reached out to the homeowner at 8 o'clock this morning, letting them know, hey, we're going to be there by 9 o'clock today. And no response. That's always nice. No idea what that's about. But again, you know, usually when I message them first thing in the morning, sometimes they don't respond till later. It is Columbus Day after all. They could still be asleep. But the shingler, hey, the nail gun's going to be getting started at 9 o'clock this morning. Straight up. I don't give a damn. I want this job done. I want to be off of this damn thing. It's been a nightmare. But, you know, it's been chock full of learning lessons per usual. God, my whole life is a lesson. And I want to do more roofs. I've been watching these videos of this guy who I think used to run around with Wes Watson, if I'm not mistaken, who got into the roofing game, and they're doing the door knocking and, you know, selling roofs, and he only started the business just last year, and they've already done $7 million in sales. Like, man, hey, that shit sounds good. We could go knock on doors and we could start our own roofing crew. As much as I ain't built for this, I'm so intrigued, and I actually really am fascinated by the roofing industry. I know it's a shit ton of money in it. It is one of the most back-breaking, hardest trades that there are. I think that those are the things that really draw me to this. But anyways, enough about all of that. We got to survive today first. I'm playing freaking house with you guys, living in La La Land. Like I said, I got no idea what we're going to walk into over here. Hopefully it's not a shit situation. Hopefully the rain holds off on us. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. It's looking like it will rain any minute on us today, but it's not calling for it. And again, we've only got probably 100 square feet of freaking roof that we got to run. Maybe even less than that. Let's get this thing banged out, load out, get paid, and move on. Hopefully, it's going to go according to plan like that. All right, enough chit-chat. Let's go see what this 50-mile-an-hour wind did to this roof. Is that shadow right there?
Where at?
Right here.
Right here, yeah. That's all shadow. That ain't wet.
Nothing's wet?
Nope, it's all shadow all the way across.
Oh, perfect, man. Perfect.
See what I'm saying? Look. See where I'm blocking the light and my shadow mixed?
Oh yeah, yep, you damn sure did. Good job, man.
Yeah, but there ain't no water up here, bro.
All right, so nothing leaked. 50-mile-an-hour winds. I don't think you could test your roof any better than that.
Nah, that was a good test. I'll tell you that. I was like, let's go see what we got in here.
How about around the dormer?
Nah, everything's good, bro. Yep. I don't see nothing, brother.
Perfect, because that was the spot that we forgot to tar down.
Yeah.
All right, good deal.
When I was putting tar for Joe, I couldn't get the nozzle. But
We got the bucket tar now.
what's that, buddy?
I said we've got the gallon of tar now.
Now this color, I'll figure it out when I get to it. I can't remember when we ripped it off, if it went on like a normal paint color.
Yeah, so it's going to have shingles on the two sides of it, and then the bottom of it will be exposed.
Okay, that's why I couldn't remember if they had
I've
it
got a
like that.
picture of the old one.
Okay, cool. Send that to me.
Yeah, I'm going to be out here for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
I actually have a little bit of time. So this is the only thing that got damaged from the wind, but this is the fascia bullshit that we were dealing with that needs to be replaced. But that's going to be another project that ain't got nothing to do with the roof. The roof held up, not a thing. Not a thing at all. And no leaks. Got to cut off these ridge caps, cut them back. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I finally got my phone up on the roof. So here is the brand new roof after 50-mile-an-hour winds. Look at how Gene braided in the shingles. Kind of impressed with that. In our valley. Here's our dormer.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the last side left. And
About to bang that out.
she will be done in 2 hours. That's all that's
Start
left.
by cutting these. That's what I'm gonna start doing. Just cut these so I ain't got no issues when I can just run up, you know?
Yep. Like I said, I'll be here for probably about an hour or two.
Okay.
About an hour.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, you didn't have to go get him?
well, my wife is gonna take him for the first little bit of the day,
Oh, cool.
but then I gotta take over.
Gotcha.
Boy, we look good up here, boy. Joe on the roof. Everything looked good. Sharp. Nothing. Not a leak one. 50-mile-an-hour winds, let that be your test. (10:12) in the morning, leaving from the roofing job, and got to leave Gene out there to finish it up by his damn self. And I hate that, but oh, shoot, boy. Had a little kid throwing the ball, and he almost ran out in front of me. Yeah, I gotta leave Gene out here to finish up the last little bit, but I helped him. We did the drip edge and the felt paper and the starter strips. So now he's gonna finish it up. It ain't but less than 100 square feet of shingles to run. It ain't even a square. He got it. Plus, Gene will end up making $200 for today. It'll take him all day to get everything done. Not just that, we got to reattach some siding on the side of the dormer. We've got to just do a couple little odds and ends around it, but man, that roof looks good. I mean, I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. I am pretty impressed with what Gene did. Gene did a damn good job. All right, yeah, man. Hey, the roof looks good, and let me tell you something. Ain't nothing better than going out there after a freaking 50-mile-an-hour hurricane or 50-mile-an-hour winds with a hurricane and seeing no leaks whatsoever, including on the backside where all we had was the synthetic felt paper down. Yeah. I am so relieved at that. I thought we were going to walk out there and it was going to be a mess. Now, the homeowner still hasn't spoken to me, which I could care less about, because nothing seems to be out of sorts. So I'm good with that. I'm good with that. All I know is tomorrow you better have a check in hand, $46.50 or $25 or $75, whatever it is. I sure would like to get paid. But shout out to Gene, man. Gene really held it down on this thing, and I think we're getting ready to start a roofing company. I shit you not. Like I said this morning, I'm so intrigued, and I just like the roofing. Just because of the fact that I'm way too old for that shit. Like, I got no business getting up on a damn roof, but yet I am. And I'll do it again. Like, straight up, I'll do it again. And granted, that was just a baby roof. Imagine getting up on a real roof. We would have to be tied off. Ain't no doubt about that. We're too old to not be tying off. Even on a regular roof, got to be tied off. All right, well, it's Columbus Day. Maybe that's what the homeowner's mad about, is that we're working on Columbus Day. Who knows? I hope they're not mad about anything, to be honest. But I don't like when I message and I don't even get a 10-4 confirmative, affirmative, confirmative. I don't like when I don't get nothing. Hey, you guys are doing great. Hey, maybe they saw the revised price and shit their pants over that. Who knows? But I sent it to them, and they hit me back and said, okay, no worries. Probably reading too much into it. Look, people don't owe you nothing. People don't got to give you a good morning, a hello, good job, great job, awesome job, fantastic job. You guys are the best at roofing. Probably the two best old white roofers I've ever seen in my life, type-ish. Hopefully I'm going to be able to go home and enjoy Columbus Day with my family. I've got $219 to my name plus $9 right this second. But all it's going to take is any of these bills or subscriptions that have been charged to go through, and I'll be overdrafted. But there is finally light at the end of the tunnel. The job will be done today. The job will be done today. Good deal. Guess what? Tuesday morning, another rain day. You gotta be shitting me, right? It's only supposed to be like this till about 9 o'clock, and then it's supposed to clear up, but it's supposed to be windy all day today, which that sucks. We've got to go load out the materials from the roofing job, which is completed. Gene got that wrapped up yesterday. I wasn't able to stick around and help him with that because yesterday was Columbus Day. My son's school was closed. My wife had to work, so I had to watch my son. And Gene was able to handle what needed to be done on the roofing job, which wasn't a whole hell of a lot. But here's the kicker. You know, I went into yesterday feeling strange. I don't know if I shared that or not, but I had this eerie feeling. I thought that feeling was going to be in relation to the status of the roof from the storm. All the shingles getting blown off or something. However, I mentioned that, I reached out to the homeowner yesterday morning to let them know we were going to be over there by 9 o'clock, that we would be done yesterday, and no response whatsoever. And then at the end of the day, I reached out to them to let them know that we completed the job Gene was cleaning up. I had to leave, and we were going to be back today at 9:30 to do a final walkthrough, and no response to that neither. Now, this customer has been, for the most part, communicative. Sometimes they respond a little late, but they always respond. And the fact that they didn't respond yesterday at all, should that be cause for alarm, or is that just Joe being paranoid? I'm just a little leery of the fact that they haven't responded at all. Gene says, because I asked him yesterday, I talked to him a couple of times throughout the day just to make sure that he was okay. I said, hey man, have they come out there and talked to you at all? Because they had been talking to us the whole time we were there. He said, nah. Were they mad that we were there on Columbus Day? Let me tell you what Columbus Day means to me. Not a God blessed thing. Nothing. It is just a day to go to work. As a matter of fact, it's a little bit of an inconvenience that Christopher Columbus discovered America in 1774. You know? I don't give a damn about no federal holiday. Hey, look, and you know, there's a government shutdown. So every day is a day off at this point. I just hope that all is well. I am very proud of the way that this roof came out. You know, will there be any gripes that the homeowner has in relation to the finished product? There can't be. There ain't no leaks. The roof looks good. We had a 50-mile-an-hour nor'easter as a test for the quality of work that was completed, which, like I said, held up just fine. But anyways, that's how we're going to begin today. Concerned. And we'll be heading over there at 9:30. We've probably got about $200 worth of materials that we can return to Lowe's. Some of those materials I may want to keep, though, for the next one. Anyways, it's Tuesday morning. The roofing job is done. So what's next on the agenda? Well, let me get back to the house, and we'll talk about that. Back at the house. Dreary conditions outside. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, we got to be back on that roofing job at 9:30. So we got a little bit of time to kill. All right, so what's next on the agenda? Well, let me say a couple of things real quick in relation to that. I blew off a pretty big job. I did. And it suffered at the hands of this roofing job. When we were knee deep in the roofing job, there was also the potential of this other big interior job. It was a big drywall and finishing job. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But I couldn't look past the roofing job. And also in relation to that particular prospect, I just wasn't feeling it. I kept thinking that, you know, the price wasn't going to be good enough on that job, and that it was going to turn into a freaking can of worms that I just didn't want to F with. So it was re-drywalling an entire room. The room was on the larger side of rooms. It was a 12 by 16 and 8-foot ceilings, 9-foot ceilings, whatever they were. But it had the wood paneling on the walls. They wanted that taken down and replaced with drywall. I had no idea what size drywall was going to be needed. Would half-inch work? Would it be 5/8? And then on top of that, the son of a bitch had crown molding. And at first I was like, you know, no big deal. This job will be fine. However, I give them a general ballpark just based off of pictures, sight unseen. I'm bidding this job, and I bid it at $32.75, the same price that I bid the roof at originally. So I go look at the job. The homeowners, they're nice enough. Very nice house, very meticulously kept. The room is a little bit bigger, but still no big deal. The price still makes sense. But then they're like, okay, they want to change out the crown molding for a totally different crown molding, and they don't want it painted white. They want it stained wood. And that kind of filled me with a little bit of anxiety, because that shit has to be perfect. You know, when you've got white trim, there is a little bit more room for error, because, you know, paint will make you what you ain't, and try your best and caulk the rest is the phrase that pays sometimes. But when you're talking about stained wood, man, there is no room for error. That shit has to be perfect. And then that's going to be such a pain in the ass to paint the room when you've got that stained trim. And then, well, before we get to that, so I give them a revised price. I said, hey, look, you know, $32.75 was just a ballpark. The price is really going to be like $4,500. And I give them an itemized proposal with that price. Well, then they come back and they say not only do they want the crown molding to be stained wood, now they want the rest of the trim in the room to be stained wood as well. So not only are we going to have to, and originally my game plan was, okay, no big deal. We take down the trim, we take off the baseboards, and we put the same shit right back up. So long as we protect it, and even if we break a piece, okay, there's only a piece or two that we got to replace. But we don't have to make any upside down cuts for crown molding, which cutting crown molding is a son of a bitch. Cutting those angles is a son of a bitch. So they give me this revised game plan while we're knee deep in the roof, and I just don't even respond. So I'm sure that they've probably moved on to somebody else. And they told me they had another proposal for this job, another estimate, I should say, for $1,500 or $1,600. And I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind. Hey, I was $1,600 just in materials. So, anywho, sometimes the best thing to do is to just not take on the job. Maybe the roofing was a perfect example of that exactly. However, we did so, and we knocked that son of a gun out of the park. I'm very happy about that. But I was supposed to be sharing with you guys what our next job is, and we're going back to be working for the real estate Mongol. And he has some exterior woodwork that he needs us to do. This is a picture of what we have right here. Beautiful home, by the way. Probably going to have to take down this gutter. That gutter is probably copper as well, too. But we're probably going to have to take down that gutter to be able to reach that spot right there. And it's not just this spot. It's also some window sills that I guess are rotted out that need to be replaced as well. Love this. Welcome this with open arms. And guess what? The home, the roof, looks like it could use a little loving too. So who knows? There could be something more that comes of this. I don't know what I'm going to be bidding this exterior work at. You know, with this real estate guy, we do give him a day rate occasionally of $500 a day. However, in jobs that don't work out with the day rate, this exterior repair work probably would not. You know, we got to give him a fair price. So maybe we'll get a chance to go look at that today. But again, we've got high winds, shitty conditions outside, so no idea. The biggest thing on the agenda is let's get to the roofing job, get all those materials up out of there so that we don't got to come back out there for that. We can leave these people alone and hopefully leave with a check in hand and a satisfied customer. All right, let's hurry up and wait and then go out to this roofing job. 8:45 in the morning. Just got done filming a video for After Prison Show. I actually shared a video yesterday on After Prison Show about Derek Groves, the last remaining escapee from the Orleans Parish Justice Center escape that took place, I believe, back in May. I said that was in July. It's been 5 months since I talked about it, and, well, shit, even I forgot. But I just filmed a video about this heinous POS, Ian Watkins, who was just offed in prison over in the UK. Crazy scenario, but rightfully deserved. Anyways, hey, in the midst of me filming that, I actually heard from the homeowner. They said they're on their way to go pick up the check. Yes. I knew I was worrying for nothing. You know, Joe gets a little fearful, frightful, because one day it's going to happen. Knock on wood. that we're going to do a job for a customer and they are going to absolutely dirtball us in the end. Will it be justified? Shouldn't be, because everything that we do, we try to do the best of our ability with, as I like to say. Anyway, so that's cool. They're going to go get the check. All is well. We're going to go look at the roof. I wish we could get some great pictures, but hey, guess what? It's freaking raining outside. And it's also gusting. 20-mile-an-hour winds, I believe, is what it's supposed to be. Should we get on some ladders today? I think realistically, the only thing that we're going to do is go try to get pictures of the roof, get that check, load up all of the materials, and then go put eyes on, or maybe I'll take Gene with me. We'll go put eyes on the work that is needed for our real estate guy, which we're going to get on tomorrow, because obviously today is not the day to be doing that. It's freaking filthy outside. And then go to Lowe's and return probably about $200 worth of things, so that I can recoup some credit card space, because I hate to tell you this, man, I have maxed out everything just trying to survive. And I got no money whatsoever. I got a $200 casino voucher in my pocket. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Rain day? Wife's away? Do we go play? Did I tell you what I did the last time we were at the casino playing bubble craps? I put $100 on the field. We were down so freaking bad too. Like, we were probably down about $500-600 before we started to get it back. I put $100 on the field and I hit that shit, so I doubled it up. It was $200, and then I just doubled that up and I hit that shit back to back. So $100 turned into $400. And that was the beginning of us getting up out of that hole that we had dug for ourselves. But I'd love to do some filming today. Today's the perfect day to do so. Definitely not the day to be lugging any wood or material. I mean, it's raining its ass off outside right now. Oh, this sucks. I mean, the absolute worst traffic. You got people riding in the median. So I literally, just as crazy. I literally just had to reroute, because the normal way to get to this job is so freaking, it's at a dead stop. So now I got to go the long way around my ass to get to my elbow to get to this, because when it's shitty weather outside, hey man, people don't know how to drive for nothing. But I just talked to Gene. Gene's going to be out there. So we'll get everything loaded up. We'll make a trip to Lowe's. We will go return what needs to be returned, and that's going to be it. I'm probably going to go grocery shopping. We don't even have no groceries in the house. I've been living off of peanut butter and jelly and ramen noodles for the last couple of days. I ain't been telling nobody that, but shit been bad for your boy. All right, man, let's try to figure out how the F we're going to get where we got to go. All right, just leaving from the roofing job. It is completed, check in hand, and spoke at length with the homeowner. Very satisfied with the work that we did. I apologize profusely for the amount of time that it took, considering the fact that it took us 6 days, if you include what little time we were out there for today, just cleaning up and trying to get pictures. I would have got video, but it was raining out there. It literally just stopped raining. We're gonna go to Lowe's right now and return what materials we do have. I'm estimating it's probably close to about $200 worth of materials to return. So that should be good. But again, customer is very happy with everything that we did. And I got that check. I haven't even looked at it yet. I'm excited to see it because, well, once again, per usual, my bank account is overdrafted. This should be able to allow me to pay bills, pay down some credit card debt that I've accumulated from this job, and get some groceries, go buy my son some warm weather clothing because he needs it. Not sure what this check is about to look like. Ready to check it out though. Check out the check. Got the cashier's check at that too. You know that joint gonna go right through. $46.75. $46.75. Gosh almighty, that's nice. Hell yeah. All right, let's hit Lowe's, hit the bank, hit the grocery store, go film some videos and prepare for tomorrow. Leaving from Lowe's. Just made my first return. Shingles, starter strips, button tabs. That was $230. I haven't even returned the plywood yet. I've got 5 sheets of plywood getting ready to return and some drip edge. Probably gonna be at least another $100 right there. So it'll be about $330 in returns. So $700. I ended up making $1,000 on the job by the time it's all said and done. Checks in the bank. Groceries are bought. Warm weather gear for my son is bought. I bought my son a pretty nice Jurassic Park fit. I think he's gonna get a kick out of that. That's pretty nice. And there go all the groceries. Just all over the place. Yep. What did I just spend on groceries? 200 and shit, I don't know, $215 on groceries plus the clothes for my son. We needed quite a bit of stuff at the house. We didn't have hardly anything. I think this is a good place to wrap this video up. It's probably been pretty damn long, but here's the deal. We got through that roofing job. We have a satisfied customer who I was freaking out about, feeling like for some reason they might not be a satisfied customer, but they were very happy with the work that we did, the quality of the work, and the fact that we were there every day with 3 rain days. I said, ma'am, I wouldn't take on another job with your job not being complete. We just don't operate like that. She was very happy with everything that we did. So it's time to right the ship and see what's next. Hey, appreciate y'all taking the time. I'm gonna look forward to sharing more with you guys real soon. And until then, take care.